wish I could express this in, what is it?
Iambic.
As you do so wonderfully, but that talent of yours bypassed me. You're someone very special who has completed 90 years of life. You have touched so many lives by your amazing accomplishments and thoughts and thoughtful deeds. You've gathered a lifetime of memories. Congratulations on this amazing milestone. 90 isn't old, it's classic. You're classic. Not only that, you're a class act. A true role model. You look fresh and young with every passing year. Thank you for holding us together throughout our lives. Thank you for giving a true meaning to our lives. May your each day be filled with the glow of warm sun. May you take strength in the ties that bind our family together. May you enjoy many, many more beautiful sunsets. You're a great man.
Hold it. Hold it.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
She was in the moment. She was in the moment.
Oh boy. You shouldn't have had me read
I
this.
told you guys.
You're a great man and a great father. We love you and wish you all of life's best as you celebrate your 90th. Have a very lovely 90th birthday, Dad.
You're here. Everybody, raise your glass. Salute. Salute.
She said it's in the river. And a husband gave a wife mischief one day for having $500 worth of groceries stolen out of her glove compartment. Anyway,
Didn't get that.
no. Anyway,
It's a tough crowd.
Okay, just a second. Can you repeat that last one, please?
Louder.
A little louder.
Come on, you got so
Little
much
louder.
vocals. Come on.
We have,
Sing in
Come
a
on,
band.
stand
we have
up.
people that are slow.
Stand up, stand up. I want to hear it.
you can hear it better when I stand up.
Yes.
Your esophagus is higher. And
There you
louder.
go. Okay, let's hear it. What is it?
Today, the news.
This fellow came home, or this gal came home from shopping. And they don't mind hearing them. I was at a dinner in Newfoundland and the Newfies tell Newfie jokes on themselves. So I don't feel it's racist or uncomplimentary to tell a Newfie joke. But there was 3 Newfies that decided to go on a vacation. And they wanted to go to Florida. They knew that if they went to Florida, they could get a better plane, better fare, and better tickets and everything from Toronto. So they drove to Toronto, the 3 of them, and coming along the 401, they were stopped by an OPP for speeding. And the officer was outside the car writing the ticket. And this little Newfie looked up at him, and he said, "Officer, what's that flying around your head?" The officer looked up. He says, "I don't see anything." Oh, he says, "Yes." He says, "They look like circle flies to me." The officer said, "Circle flies?" "Yeah," she said. "We got them out in Newfoundland." He said, "They fly around a horse's arse." The OPP says, "You calling me a horse's arse?" "Oh, no, officer, I wouldn't do that, but you can't fool them circle flies." Well, they got to Toronto, the airport. They got their tickets, they bought their tickets, and they were going to go on the plane. And most of you who have been on a plane know that the first section you go through is the first class section. So they all 3 of them went into the first class section. They all popped down on those great big wide comfortable first class seats. And the stewardess came along and she says, these seats aren't yours, you're in tourists. Got to move back to the end of the plane. No, we're not going to move. We like it here. So they wouldn't move. The plane took off, and the stewardess went up to the captain, and she said, "I got 3 guys in first class back here. And they haven't got first class tickets. They've got tourist tickets. And I can't get them to move." So the captain said, leave it to me, he said. So he went back and talked to these fellas, and they all got up and moved to the back of the plane. The stewardess says, what did you say to them to get them to move like that? He said, I just told them that those 3 seats weren't going to Florida. Well, they got to Florida. They're in a hotel, sitting in the lobby, sitting around a big table in the lobby. And someone says, geez, how much money have we got left to spend for this week in Florida? So they empty their pockets out, put all their money on the table, and all they had was about $6.75 between the 3 of them. One of them says, what in heaven's name are we going to do with that little bit of money for a week in Florida? So just leave it to me. Give me the money. So he took the money and he went away. And a little while he came back and he had a box of Tampax. And the other fellow says, what in heaven's name did you do? You spent the last $6 we have on a box of Tampax? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. See what it says on this box here? It says, with the contents of this box, you can go horseback riding, you can go swimming, you can go skiing.
That we get.
Anyway,
Cheers.
let me wind up this by saying to all of you that I'm so proud and so happy to have you all here with me tonight. It's an honor, and all the nice comments you made about me, I can't believe them. I'll have to think about them for a long time to digest them, but they've certainly been very warm and very loving and very kindly, and I do appreciate everything you've said, and for all the wonderful love that you each give to me, and for the wonderful company that Edie has given to me for 19 years since Peggy left and her hubby left her. So we've had a good relationship over the last 19 years.
We love you, Edie.
And I just want to say that I'm not an ardently religious man, but I do believe in God, and I believe in the Almighty. I believe that there is a power beyond all of us that creates what we have around us. So I want you each to know that every one of you are in my prayers every night. And I thank you each for the love that you give to me. And I'm so honored to think that I got to this age and still have all you guys around me and still celebrating like this for me and saying all the wonderful things. You know, when I was in high school, some of you have kind of admired my penmanship.
I did.
Very much so.
Still keeping the envelopes.
When I was in Ken Thompson, I used to send him a Christmas card. Ken Thompson, the famous Thompson family. And he used to tell me, he says, I keep the envelope and throw away the card, because he liked the writing on the envelope. Anyway, I had a penmanship teacher when I was 14 years old. His name was J.J. Bailey, and he was the greatest penman in the country. And somebody gave me a little autograph book way back then when I was 13, 14. And I took it to school, and I had some of my school chums and some of the teachers write a little note in there. J.J. Bailey, who was the penmanship teacher, wrote this in my autograph book. I'll pass it around. I'd like you to see it. Well, I'll read it. It's 75 years old, this little piece of writing. But he said, Don, how can you ever forget the man who tried to teach you to write and to keep quiet? I guess even then I wanted to be a broadcaster. Anyway, maybe you'd like to just take a look. His writing was absolutely incredibly impeccable.
Thank you.
Just
Cheers.
pass it around.
Love you, Papa.
Love you,
Thank
Papa.
very much.
Cheers, love you, Papa. Thank you.
That's the second thing.
I called it Sweet Memories.
Speak loud.
I had to read this a lot of times. So I could maybe get my act together when it finally
You're doing
meant
great.
something.
Deep
Okay.
breath. One deep breath. You ready?
I'm struggling like you.
That's
We're all with you. Don't
We're
worry
all
about
with
it.
you.
Like all of us.
We're all with you.
Papa, you're a man we cherish. So handsome, wise, and kind. You don't mince your words at all. You say what's on your mind. Now I have some thoughts to bring that I've been thinking too. I would not have these memories if it were not for you. I remember saws and drills, the smell of fresh cut pine, when we spent time in your shop. Sweet memories of mine. I'm sorry.
Get it together.
It's okay. It's okay.
I didn't read it enough. I
It's
should have read
okay.
it more again and
It's
again.
okay. It's good.
I remember sitting down on the organ chair. I remember how you laughed when music filled the air. I remember all the times I asked you to play pool and you would not hesitate. I remember that was cool. I remember poems, you playing in the band. I remember watching you while Anna held your hand. I remember cards and notes, the fancy way you write. I remember more than words can say with all their might. Thanks for all the time you spent. Thanks for all you do. I'll wrap this up with one more thought. Thanks for being you. And I wanted you to have a little souvenir of my poem, like I have of yours. And there's just a little card there.
Very nice.
Very nice. Well done. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Andrea. That was beautiful. Just, I
Before
can't.
I open this,
Yeah, talk about the women go.
I gave my poem books to most of you, I think, and I remember at the party last year, I gave one to Andrea.
Yes.
And I received from Andrea, without a word of exaggeration, the most beautiful complimentary card that I've ever had from anyone. I can honestly say that. I still have it sitting on my breakfast table, and I look at it every
You told us about it. You told us about it.
and it was just beautiful. And the comments you made were just wonderful. And
Meant every word.
thank you.
You get a box of tissues.
Rework that song. Thank you, Dennis and Adam. Appreciate that very, very much.
Look at my writing. Look how neat it is. Open it.
Tracy's all me. Even if it's one thing in life.
Lots of pressure writing and
tears.
those stencils don't count.
I just put, I put a little copy of what I read.
Tracy Kipper out of
For you.
That's on
Jan
newsprint.
and Andrea, it's
But I hope
lovely.
it's not just one.
It is, I did that one.
Okay, good.
It's wonderful.
52-gram newsprint.
Golly, golly, golly.
I
I don't
did.
know what to say.
Not YouTube?
Look at that.
I just don't know what to say because I don't deserve.
We have
I don't think I
rendered you
deserve all this.
speechless.
Father,
I'm so thankful for all of you, and I'm so thankful you all could come tonight and join with me in this party and this celebration. And what more can I say?
Thank you for being you, Papa.
Thank you.
I wish I deserved all these nice things.
You sure do.
You do though.
You're your own worst critic, aren't you?
You're
We're not
okay.
finished yet.
We're not finished. Have a seat.
We have a bunch of more kids to go.
Yeah. Before they kick us out.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for his. That'll be the best one.
Turn, say what they'd like to say.
all to know that I've enjoyed all the times that I've spent with your father, and I appreciate his helping me many, many, many times when I needed help. Thank you very much.
One of the partners in our firm, his mother-in-law passed away. And coming back from the funeral, I was riding in a car with one of the other partners. And I said to Rob and Lena, who supports us on our team, that my dad's 90th birthday is today. And I said that attending these funerals is so tough for me because it just flashes me back to when it's tough for me until my mom passed away. And I remember saying to everybody in the funeral home, and I know Dad was there, that if it wasn't for my wife and my kids, I would like to go with her because I loved her so much. And Dad, I love you so much too. I'm sorry for being emotional, but that's the way I am. And I said to Rob and Lena, and I managed not to cry, I said, I can't ever imagine the day that you're not with us. And I hope to dear God that the word of God who you believe in will let you have many, many more birthdays. And that I can be here on this earth to celebrate them with you. And I truly hope that you have the ability, you have the mind, you have the strength, you have the perseverance, you have the kindness, you have the love, you have the passion, you have the integrity to be able to celebrate your 100th birthday. And I want you to slow down your harmonica playing. Because Dad, we all love you so, so much. Whether you know it or whether you think it every day, you are always there for us. It always seems to be that whenever I've had a bump in the road myself, you always seem to be there. You always seem to be almost a few blocks away. You're at Cher's house if something's happened to me personally or whatever. And you're always there to extend your hand and give me strong, supportive, friendly advice. And I don't know of anybody else in this whole clan who can do for me what you've done for me. And I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I am very proud to be your son.
Thank you, Daddy.
Beautiful, Daddy.
I'm proud that I feel as though I just don't feel as though I should have all that, but it's certainly wonderful to get it. And I thank you all immensely for the love that you've given to me, and yes, I hope that there's some more birthdays ahead.
Absolutely.
This will be a very memorable one, and one that I'll never forget. I thank you all, every one of you. Every morning when I get up, I thank God for feeling okay that day and for keeping my old heart thumping and hoping it'll be another good day. And every time when I go to bed at night, every one of you, your names are in my prayer. Hoping that the Lord will take care of each of you. I know that some of you are not, maybe not believers, but that's your privilege. But I believe there is an Almighty somewhere looking after us, and I have put my faith in Him, and so I'm going on with that belief.
I believe, Papa.
That's good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Papa. Happy birthday.
Cheers.
Many more. Cheers.
Thank you again, my